We are going to talk about if statements today, also known as conditional statements. So first things first, let's create a new script. Let's call it my practice script conditional. Let me demonstrate what an if statement is. I'll create two variables. And I will use these two variables to demonstrate. If x equals to 0, print hello there. This is an if statement. I like if statements because the way you understand it is quite literal. If this is true, do this. Do anything that is in between these two curly braces. We can comment something else. Anything in between these two curly braces will be done if this is true. Let's put it on the chart. Conditional. It printed hello there, and second statement. The reason why it is called conditional is because doing this is conditional on this condition. Let us organize this a bit more. If statements are almost essentially the building block of coding, because if you think about it, a program is just a set of rules. We're telling it to do something if something else happens, and do something else if some other thing happens. Let's elaborate on the if statement. Next thing to know is the if-else statement. Let me adjust the indentation. So we can have this thing called the else. It's very intuitive. Again, if this is true, do this. Else, if this is true, do this. So in this current case, if I were to run our script, it prints hello there and comments out second statement because this is true. If I change x to be 5, what do you think will happen? Now this is not true, so this will not be done. And now this is true, so this will be done. Run it. Let me clear this. Run it. X is greater than 0. Alright, there is another way to use else. You can use else without an if behind it. The final else, this portion, will run if all the other conditions above it is not satisfied. So let's change x to -5 and let me run it. And expected, this is printed. All the above conditions are not true. This is not true, this is not true, hence we do this. And that is essentially what you need to know about if statements. You can add more if-else statements. You can add as many as you want. Do note that the computer reads the if statements downwards. Therefore, whenever any of the conditions are met, it will not read the rest. Let's say I change x to 50. Alright, this is not true, this is true, and this is true as well. Guess which one will be printed? X is greater than 0. This is printed. The moment this is true, everything else, it will not be run. Alright, take a moment to absorb what's happening.